Hello everyone, welcome back to Tech Tide Digital Lifestyle. If you are a marine engineering student, deck officer, or someone preparing for competency exams, this full tutorial series on the steering gear system is specially designed for you. In today's video, we are starting part 1 of our complete steering gear system course. By the end of this series, you will clearly understand how a ship actually turns in the sea, how the rudder works, how hydraulic steering gear operates, and how autopilot controls the vessel automatically. So make sure you watch this series completely. Before we begin, if you find marine engineering and ship machinery topics useful, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends or batchmates, and comment below which topic you want next. Your support helps this channel grow and allows me to create more detailed marine technical tutorials for you. Now let's begin. This is part 1 of our 5-part steering gear tutorial series. In this first part, we will cover why steering gear is one of the most critical systems on board, basic principle of ship steering, rudder hydrodynamic working principle, main components of steering gear system, types of steering gear arrangements. In the next parts, we will go deeper into hydraulic system components, control system and telemotor, autopilot system, safety devices and SOLAS requirements, emergency steering procedures. So this is going to be a complete professional level course. Now let's understand why the steering gear system is extremely important on board a vessel. Why ships need steering. A ship moves forward because of propulsion, usually from a propeller. But propulsion alone cannot change direction. To change direction, we need a control surface, and that control surface is the rudder. The rudder works on hydrodynamic principles. When the ship is moving forward, water flows along the hull and past the rudder. If the rudder is aligned straight, water flows evenly on both sides, and the ship continues straight. But when the rudder is turned, say to port, the water flow changes. Pressure increases on one side of the rudder and decreases on the other side. This pressure difference creates a lateral force. That force pushes the stern sideways. When the stern moves to starboard, the bow swings to port. This is why, rudder to port ship turns to port. Rudder to starboard ship turns to starboard. Always remember this clearly for oral exams. The ship actually pivots around a point called the pivot point, which shifts depending on speed and loading condition. Basic turning principle. Let's go deeper into the turning mechanics. When the rudder angle increases, the turning force increases. However, excessive rudder angle increases drag and reduces speed. Normally, ships use rudder angles up to 35 degrees maximum. Why not more? Because after around 35 degrees, flow separation becomes excessive, and steering efficiency reduces significantly. Also, at high speed, even small rudder angles can create strong turning force. That is why steering must be smooth and controlled. Now think practically. A fully loaded tanker moving at sea speed requires enormous torque to move the rudder because of high water resistance. That is why manual mechanical steering is not possible on large ships. We need hydraulic power. And that brings us to types of steering systems. Types of steering systems. There are 3 main types of steering systems historically used. A mechanical steering system. This was used on very old vessels. The wheel on the bridge was connected directly to the rudder using cables and chains. The helmsman physically turned the rudder. This system is not suitable for large vessels because it cannot generate high torque. B. Electromechanical steering. In this system, electrical motors assist rudder movement. But still, torque limitations exist. Maintenance is higher. This system is rarely used on modern commercial vessels. See electro-hydraulic steering system, modern ships. This is the most common system used today. Here's how it works in simple terms. Helm movement, electrical signal, hydraulic pump, hydraulic pressure actuator movement, rudder turns. Hydraulic systems are used because liquids cannot be compressed easily, and they can transmit very high force smoothly. This system provides high power, smooth control, reliability, compliance with international safety standards. Modern ships use either ram-type or rotary vane-type electro-hydraulic steering gear. We will study them in detail in part 2. Types of rudders. Now let's understand rudder types, because steering efficiency depends heavily on rudder design. Unbalanced rudder. In this type, the entire rudder area is behind the rudder stalk. This requires high torque to turn. Not commonly used today on large ships. Semi-balanced rudder. Here, a small portion of the rudder area is placed forward of the rudder stalk. This reduces steering effort. Commonly used in many vessels. Balanced rudder. A significant portion of rudder area is forward of the rudder stalk. This greatly reduces required torque. Very efficient design. Most modern ships use semi-balanced or balanced rudders. Flap rudder, high lift rudder. This type has an additional flap at the trailing edge. When the main rudder turns, the flap moves at a greater angle. This increases turning force without increasing drag significantly. Used in vessels requiring high maneuverability. Types of steering gear mechanism. Now let's briefly introduce the two main steering gear mechanisms used on board. Ram type steering gear. This uses hydraulic cylinders and rams. Hydraulic oil pushes the ram. The ram moves the tiller arm. The tiller rotates the rudder stalk. Very powerful and widely used on large vessels. B rotary vane type steering gear. This uses a rotary vane actuator. Hydraulic pressure directly rotates a vane inside a housing. Compact design. Fewer moving parts. Common in medium-sized vessels. We will study both types in detail in part 2. Summary or outro. Let's quickly summarize today's lecture. Today we learned why ships need rudders, hydrodynamic principle of turning, how pressure difference creates steering force, types of steering systems, types of rudders, types of steering gear mechanisms. This foundation is extremely important. In part 2, we will go inside the steering gear room and study every component, including the hydraulic power unit, actuators, follow-up system, and control valves, in full detail. Thank you so much for watching today's lecture on the fundamentals of ship steering here on TechTide Digital Lifestyle. We've covered some really important concepts today. Why ships need steering and how rudders create turning force. Types of rudders, balanced, unbalanced, and semi-balanced. Forces acting on the rudder, and how water flow affects steering. And the basic arrangement of the steering gear system on board vessels. If you found this lecture useful, please hit the like button. It really helps support the channel and allows me to create more professional marine engineering tutorials. Don't forget to subscribe to TechTide Digital Lifestyle and turn on notifications so you never miss the next lecture in this 5-part series. Also, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below any questions you have about steering gear systems, rudder types, or any other ship systems. Share this video with your batchmates or friends who are learning marine engineering. It's a great way to help others understand these important concepts. And here's a tip, for a complete learning experience, check out our playlist of important marine tutorials. There, you will find detailed videos on steering gear systems, autopilot, engine room machinery, and other essential shipboard systems. The playlist is structured to take you from basic concepts to full practical knowledge, step by step. Finally, stay tuned for part 2 of our steering gear system series, where we will go inside the steering gear room and explore every component in detail, the hydraulic pumps, actuators, rams, control valves, and safety arrangements. This is where the system really comes to life, and understanding it is key for both exams and practical onboard knowledge. Once again, thank you for watching. Remember, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want more professional marine engineering tutorials delivered right to your feed. See you in the next lecture, and don't forget to explore our full playlist of marine tutorials for more important lessons. Keep learning, stay curious, and keep sailing toward knowledge with TechTide Digital Lifestyle.